just have one favorite, like, but
I actually don't know if I had to pick. Like, there was only one product I couldn't live without. I don't know which one it would be, actually.
well, I just went with what I've been using and what I've loved lately, so that's what I'm doing.
I
Because
want to know why they discontinued that tree shampoo.
Because they're making it cleaner.
Okay, because I really like that. I've been using it.
Everything that just got discontinued is going to come back as a cleaner product. So pretty much any ingredient that anybody could possibly question, they're taking out of it.
Okay, good.
Good, because I know Dustin was the same way. He's like, you can't get this anymore. I'm like, not right now. Doesn't mean never.
Well, it's like they last for like 9 months, so.
I know, so I haven't had to buy it. And then I ran out and I'm like, oh, I can't buy it anymore. Sorry.
Well, when I come, I have an extra one because I bought a couple. So when I come, if you guys need some, I can bring you some shampoo.
Yeah. And since they redid the spa line, because he liked the Sea Source lotion, it was the only lotion we could finally use. And he's not keen on the Rescue and Renew lotion yet.
The smell or the feel?
Both. So I don't know.
I have some of the Sea Source stuff.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I still, you know what, because I'm not going to be able to order it, so I still need to find him something new. So
GTC will come before then.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start because I think that the people that are on will be on, and then Julie, if she is on when it's her turn, then we'll go from there. But Martina's in Switzerland. So Martina is from Switzerland, and her family's all there. So she went back to see her parents. And then we're recording this for Martina and Doris also lives in Switzerland. And Doris has had colon cancer, and when they lived here, she did a ton of stuff and was doing really, really well. And then everything came back, and then they ended up moving back to Switzerland, and she's going through chemo, I think, again. So Doris, here's hugs for you. And I know that Martina is going to give you hugs in person for everybody, but now you can watch it and see too. Another quick announcement, and some of you may know her, others of you may not have met her yet. For anybody who's going to watch, Esther Chesson in Missoula. She's an area manager. I've known her. We probably started Arbonne about the same time, like signed up with Arbonne about the same time. She has gone in bouts with breast cancer and like totally beat it. It came back, beat it again. It came back in her leg. That cleared up. And she passed away this morning from 3 tumors that were apparently in her brain that they didn't know about. So she has a little girl, Isabella, who has Down syndrome. And one of the amazing things about this business is that when you're an area manager or above, you can will your business. And that's going to come in super handy because her ex-husband is like not amazing with money by any way, shape, or form. So send prayers to her family. They're going to probably they'll put stuff out on Facebook for her funeral. And Martina actually just messaged me, like I was working on my last client, and she messaged me like, what? And so I started looking into it and called Mary, who's a district manager under Esther. And Mary kind of filled me in on the information. And I guess it was really quick. Something was wrong. They thought she was sick, and she just started throwing up. And so they called the ambulance and took her to the hospital, and she passed away right after that. Oh. Yeah, send prayers to them. For everybody else, like I think that not one of us probably doesn't know somebody that has cancer. And I think that when you're in that situation, everybody always has, oh, we'll try this, do this, do this, do this. And people just need to do what we have peace with. And quite honestly, like all of our lives, we need to do what we're okay with, not what other people think we need to do. And I feel like in a lot of ways, Esther was somebody that was she became really good at it. But I think sickness makes you, because you can't keep answering for other people. So like when things would become really rough waters, Esther would be like, just be you. Like, that's what people want. Like, just go be you. So that's what I'm going to be doing our training on today. And legacy. For a normal monthly meeting, we would start with recognition. And for recognition, when we see you in person, you actually get flowers. And we will, as like winter starts to come back to like schedules and stuff like that, we'll actually have meetings that are again scheduled like in a place, and then we Zoom everybody else into it. So Zoom has been awesome because everybody lives all over. And so kind of going back to what I was doing, where for a monthly meeting, the people that are promoting doing the meeting in that city and then Zooming everybody else to that. So the first thing is everything in and around Arbonne is built on your $2,500 building block. That's how you make a paycheck that like you are excited about. That's how you promote. That's how you sustain a business, like on and on and on, and you get recognition. So if you want to know how to be recognized, write these things down, because these are going to be like, if you're in person, you get bouquets of flowers. So New and You is yourself and anybody that you personally sponsor in their first month. So for instance, if Krista sponsors her daughter Darian, whatever Krista does and whatever Darian does in her very first month counts to Krista's New and You. And then it always trickles down. So then Darian's would be Darian's and her friend, okay? So top New and You was myself with over 3,300, like literally within a few dollars, followed by Martina, and within a couple $100 followed by Jen. Top sponsoring is Martina with 6. Anybody over 5 was myself and Martina. Everybody that hit their $2,500 building block was Jen, myself, and Martina. And at every level, you get a district or you get a bonus. So when you're a district manager, you get a cash bonus of $200 when you personally sponsor 500 or 5 people, and you have a minimum of $5,000 in your central district. And Martina hit her bonus this month, and she has been pushing for that for quite a while. And I also hit my bonus. But that's something like focus on. If you're doing your $2,500 New and You every month, you will be sponsoring people. You will hit your bonus consistently. And when you're hitting your bonus consistently, you will start promoting right and left. Top district is Martina with almost 6,000. And the incentives that have come out, like the last month was gym bag, and for hitting your 2,500 building block, and then having sponsored a minimum of 1 consultant. This month was an Arbonne branded lunchbox, and they've been sending it like you qualify for it by like the 20th or something of the month, and then they send it your order. So Martina and myself hit the lunchbox, and make it a priority for you to hit whatever incentive Arbonne has. If you go after that incentive, you will promote. Like, you're going to make a paycheck, you're going to make a bonus, you're going to be sponsoring new people, which means you're building a team and you'll be promoting. So things to remember. Also, Deanna Heron's challenge goes through December for having double districts. So her joke is like, in Arbonne, you want double Ds. So that's having yourself as a minimum of a district, and then helping somebody get to district and helping them help somebody get to district. So creating double districts creates stability for you. In doing that, you will earn an extra cash bonus from her. We also will, like in sponsoring new people and starting new people, when you promote to district manager, your very first month as a district, you also earn an additional $100 cash bonus. So when you hit your district bonus the first month, you earn $300. So if you are looking for ways to make extra cash, Julie's going to do updates for us and like talk about the things that are new and the new incentives and whatnot. There's lots of ways to earn extra cash, but if you want to make an extra $300 immediately, promote to district manager as fast as you can, and then your next month, make sure you're hitting your district bonus. You'll make an extra $200 from Arbonne, and then your region, so myself, I will pay you an extra $100 cash. So going to Christmas and stuff, who can't use extra money? And the challenge for everybody for the Impact Training Tour is still going. So anybody going to the Impact Training Tour, promote to district before the 22nd, and you get a challenge earners dinner in Colorado. And for current district managers, hit your district bonus and sponsor 2 new consultants before the 22nd, and you also earn the dinner. So I'm going to introduce Julie here a second and let her do our incentives and announcements and stuff. And she says, "Wait, no." Okay. I'll do them for her because she hasn't been able to pull anything up. So the first thing is log in and look at your, let me see if I can just pull mine up and I'll share my screen real quick. But look at your, what do you call this? The source. Look at the source. Let me share my screen here a minute. Gotta find the right button.
I don't know how to share a screen.
Nope, I'm sharing mine to you, so you guys should be able to see mine. Okay, so go to the source and click on new incentives and programs. Like, you can just click on it, and this is where you're gonna find all the new stuff. The consultant cash bonus, so brand new consultants can earn cash bonuses. The promotions, when you promote to district, you earn swag. When you promote to area and region, you earn extra swag. But this one is the one I'm going to be showing, which is the holiday cash incentive. This is super cool. You literally can earn an extra $600 in cash in the next 3 months. So you have September, October, and November to earn it. So you would get that in your paycheck that you're paid in December, just in time for Christmas. So this is built on new and you volume. Between the 3 months, you need a minimum of 15,000. So the volume you're personally doing, and then the people that you're sponsoring. Because whatever you say, if I sponsor somebody in September, all the volume that they do in September, October, and November counts to my 15,000. So it sounds like it could be a lot. It's really not. It's just making you work to make money, right? To build a business. The second thing is sponsor a minimum of 3 new consultants who achieve 250 in their start month. You earn another, and you can earn pieces of this. So say if you don't earn number 1, you can earn number 2. If you earn number 3, you are promoting 2 people to new management levels. So yourself does not count, but you would promote 2 other people to a management level. When you have hit 1, 2, and 3, Arbonne pays you all 3 of them doubled. So you earn an extra $600. So that's one thing. Let me pull up the next thing is our holiday products. Those are out. The I Want It Alls are available. You can buy them right now. And I need to go look if it's the 15th. I think when all the holiday products are available online. It actually also might not be until October. And the reason being is Arbonne has been selling out of them so quickly that they're trying to give us time to, first of all, get to winter so that we feel like it's winter. And make sure that we have enough based on how many I Want It Alls they sell to have the product for the supply and demand. That's another thing. The next thing is, how many of you have seen the emails? And Colleen, you might not have gotten it yet, but you totally could have. Seen the email for GTC, the promoting to GTC, or the promotion for the GTC conference. Pretty much will not be able to sign up for GTC unless you are a minimum of district qual, and you're able to sign up for GTC in October. And how every year they do this, you have an early bird fee. When you pay the early bird fee, it's in October. You can pay that. You also earn like gifts. And last year we ended up getting like a free RE9 kit in the miniature. We got the whole kit for free by being an early bird, and like another whole goodie bag full of products. So they always do something to entice you. And they've sold out the last 3 years. So because more and more people, and Arbonne is exploding, more and more people keep coming to the conference, they are only putting it up for people that are in qualification for district minimum first, because then as it gets closer, if there's still room left, then they will drop it to let consultants also come. So if you want to go to GTC, you need to be in qualification for district manager, which is kind of cool because that's your goals anyway. Then I got to find this text. Hang on. Because I know there's more. The Impact Training Tour. So whoever's going, look on the source for different dates in different cities. The closest one to us, I think, is Denver and Washington. And I think the one in Washington happened already. So you can look that up. But Arbonne sends you an email of all the announcements, like products being discontinued or what they're being replaced with, the purchase with purchases, like the goodie bags that everybody got, like all that stuff. So just check that stuff out. And if you haven't added them as a contact in your address book, add them as a contact, because otherwise it'll probably just be sent to spam. So does anybody have questions so far? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to let Krista do her favorite products training. So Krista is a consultant direct to me that lives in Greeley, Colorado. So when we go down in a couple weeks, I'm going to get to stay with her. I'm super excited. Yay. And her daughter, Darian, is also working the business and is on her team. And Krista just started her new job today. So give a little bio about you, Krista, and then you can jump into your favorite product.
Okay. So like Grace said, I'm from Greeley. I am just a consultant. I am working on becoming district. I've been using Arbonne products for almost 10 years and actually doing the business for probably 2 years. So I did just start my new job, so new thing, but I think it's better. It'll be better for me. So I'm going to go into my favorite product, which is the Rescue and Renew Detox Face Mask. I mean, I have many favorites because I love all of them, but I have been using this lately and loving it. So the key botanicals in the Rescue and Renew mask, it's the dandelion extract, turmeric extract, and the ginger root extract. So the dandelion extract, it contributes to the detoxifying effects. The turmeric extract, it helps promote the radiant looking skin. And then ginger root extract, it helps counteract the look of dull and by enhancing the appearance of the skin. So I don't know if you have or have not used this, but I am loving it just because when you put it on, you can see all your imperfections or your impurities, I guess, if you want to call it that. But then when you take it off, your face is so soft, and it really literally looks renewed. So that's why I've been loving it. And I have been using it I've been trying to at least use it once a week, but they say you really should use it once or twice a week. So.
And something really cool is that when it dries, you totally look camouflage.
Oh, you do?
It's it's a pink clay mask, and so when it dries, like where it's wet and then where it's dry, it totally changes. So you can really creep someone out. I've taken pictures when I was doing it,
Me too.
Anybody that has it, we should totally do that this week. And I always run a special in October on masks because of Halloween. So, like different ideas. But when you start your business, start a page that as you do one-on-ones with people or as you meet people and you're talking specific Arbonne with them, add them to that group, because then you can run specials and stuff and they can add other people to that group. So leave it so that people can add friends and whatnot. But it'll help you with your clients and it'll help you get referrals. And Facebook is extremely powerful depending on how you choose to use it. And like based on all the Arbonne training we've gotten, there's right ways and wrong ways. And we all know the wrong way because those are the people that we want to unfriend or delete or unfollow their posts and stuff. So by putting it in a group, then it's not constantly on your wall, like message me for this, do this, do this. Like use it in your life. And that's an awesome one because there are tons of companies coming out with masks. Mm-hmm. Masks is a huge commodity right now. I actually expect you to pick fizz sticks. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no, I didn't do that because I think Judy just did those.
Oh, that's right.
So I was like, oh, well, I can't do that. So if you are really brave, you guys,
even if you're not, because most people that start a business are not going to be brave.
Okay, I was not brave, and I put the mask on, and I did it before and after, and I posted it on Facebook on my page that Grace was just talking about, like my VIP page. And I didn't get a lot of comments, but
people notice.
Like Mary Kay has this charcoal mask. And I was seeing that all over Facebook, and people were posting themselves doing that. So I'm like, well, why can't I do mine?
So maybe tonight when we're done, homework number 1 should be do a mask and post a picture of yourself. Colleen, come over. I'll hook you up. I have masks that you can try.
It's so fun.
And there's lots to pick from.
Yes.
So one of the things that we're going to talk about is how to use the holiday products to build a business. And I'm just going to touch really briefly on that because in September, like that's not going to be your main focus is jumping into holiday stuff. That's going to be more October. But know in your calendar really quickly for October, you need to be planning presentations, like plan 2 presentations that you are hosting with holiday products. So if you're taking notes, write that down. And we will have, like locally, I intend on when we actually get tanning beds up and running for my open house or grand opening for the salon, integrating all the new holiday line with that. And then I'm just going to have it displayed there also. So when you order your kit, set it up somewhere in your house that when you do one-on-ones, if you're doing them at your house, you can invite people there and have a table that's set up and like use somewhere that you don't have to take it down. Like if it's in your office or something, put it somewhere that you aren't necessarily needing to take it down so that when people come over, they see it. And I did this last year and my sales were way higher than previous years because the more people that saw it and like, photos of yourself using it and whatnot, more people that see it, you can help them redirect the money that they're already going to spend at Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works are the 2 huge ones, Macy's, Walmart, like everybody will buy some form of a basket. You can even put baskets together for the person after they buy the products or whatever, like a fun way to wrap it. But like there'll be ideas coming, but that's going to be in our October meeting. But just know, like there's a lot of ways to use the products. But like Deanna said, you need to pick one of the 2 presentations, whether it is skincare, like as the main focus and then touching on nutrition, or nutrition as your main focus and touching on skincare, and get really good at it. And then like the holiday stuff, that's just an add-on. That's not ever going to replace your main focus because your main focus is what makes you a paycheck, right? So that's going to be the product training part. Switching to consultant training really fast. when I went to Green Bay last summer for the Area and Above retreat, it was probably the most powerful, impactful training that I went to, quite honestly, in a long time. And talking about our training today, this is why, because it's talking about leaving a legacy and what are you leaving for the people in your life. And a powerful way, a powerful bonus for Arvon is that you're able to build a business that you can hand down to your family or your children. And businesses are not set up like that in the US. Jobs aren't set up like that. As far as I know, we are one of the only companies that you can will your business to somebody else building a network marketing business. So Julie Newcomb and her mother are who did the training. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, if you can, grab a pen and a piece of paper. And if you take notes, when you're finished, I want you to go back and read through it and highlight 2 or 3 things that jump out to you. So when you pass away, are people going to know, like, what did they know that you could have done or that you didn't do? Like, are you living to your full potential? What are people watching when they see you live? Are you living full out? Who do you have left that you need to impact while you're alive? And this is going to be, these are going to be some pretty heavy questions. I'll just tell you right now. But these are things that we don't think about. But then after we go to someone's funeral, that's when everybody starts to worry about how the family's taken care of, or if the family's taken care of, right? We don't even think about that stuff. But we can be preparing for that impact now before anything ever happens. A huge key point is give forgiveness that you've been denying people. Because the only thing that it does is you build up regret and you're the one that pays for it, not nobody else. So give forgiveness that you've been denying. I watched Open Road, which is a movie on a football player. He played for the New Orleans Saints. His last name is Gleason. And we watched this after our Christmas party. It was last December, because every year we have a Christmas party at my house for our team. And that movie was awesome because I think he had MS. And the worse and worse he got, the only thing that kept him going and made him live as strong as he did was that he knew he needed to leave a legacy for his son, because his son was a brand new baby when he figured out that he had MS. And so he just started doing little video clips, talking to his son, teaching his son things, reading to his son, so that when he died, his baby could go back and watch it and know who his dad was. And a lot of people, we're afraid to be us, because if we're us, we're going to be too much. We're going to, we want to shy away. We want to blend in. We want to, not rock the boat in any way, shape, or form. But what if we were here to rock the boat? What if that's part of our purpose? And what if by us living our full out lives, we gave somebody else permission to live theirs? And I think part of what hits me as hard as it does with Esther is that that's how we were friends. Because when I would question something, she'd be like, people need that in you, go be that. And I feel like we need people to encourage us, because it's hard when we want to pull back, when it's going to get scary. It's hard to go be us. But who else are you going to be? That's who you are. So pass on the best of yourself. Let people remember who you are after you're dead. Give them something to miss. So if any of you have read the book by John O'Leary, On Fire, in that book he talks about having inflection points in your life. where something happened and you physically choose to be different. You physically choose to let that change you. What are your inflection points? What are things that have happened in your life that are going to be different, or that somebody's going to remember that you became different afterwards? And I want you to write down 3 of those things. Write down, and you can take time tonight, tomorrow morning. You're probably only going to do it if you do it tonight, so do it tonight. Write down, what is it going to be like at your funeral? What are people going to remember? And what are you leaving for others? What are things that people are going to miss about you when you pass away? What are they going to remember about you? I want you to write a small circle about the size of a quarter on your page, and then write a larger circle around that. And in the small circle, write down, you can control. In the larger circle, write, you can't control. So it's going to kind of look like this. The only thing that you can control is yourself. So anything that you personally do, that's all you have control over. You don't have control over how somebody treats you. You don't have control over how they take something you say. I mean, like, you can influence a little bit, but not really, right? You don't have control over how people treat you, but you do have control over how you treat them. Number 1 is remove the masks. The things that you think that people wouldn't embrace about you, let them see that. Because, and I know that that was something that I struggled with, was I am too much for people. I'm too loud. I have purple hair. I smile too big. I'm too passionate. I'm too driven. I'm too, like, fill in the blank. And for the longest time, it felt like whatever, there was always a never-ending blank. Because when somebody's mad at me, that's what they let me know about myself, right? Is all the things that I do that's too much. But what will people miss when I'm dead? For me, they're going to miss the fact that I laugh. They're going to miss the fact that I'm happy, that I want to be positive, that I want to go impact people's lives. Write down the things that you feel like that you want people to remember you for, that you think aren't worth remembering you for. The masks, when you take them off, don't have the power that they used to have. And that's really true. Because what I just told you, literally 10 seconds ago, a year and a half ago, telling you that, I would have been in tears. Like, because that's what has been told about me. So, like, don't do that, essentially. And it wasn't until I started just being like, you know what? I'm going to laugh as loud as I want. I'm going to chase my dreams as hard as I can. And I'm going to change as many people's lives in the process. And I'm going to let them see me happy and bold and powerful. That's when it started to change. That's when it started. I'm not saying it's not scary, but it's much less scary than it was. Shame is an emotional bully, and it's a liar. And most people will shame themselves into not letting us be who we are, which is who God made us to be, which is, like, we can either choose to grow that part of us or not grow that part of us, right? But that's normally the part of us that should grow. Don't let this fill in the blank stick to the inside of me. Whatever it is, like, just repeat that to yourself. Be authentic, be honest, and be you. Do people want anything different? Number 2 is, and this actually might go into, Find Unforgiveness by Keith Kochner. There's a YouTube that has 5 reasons that we don't forgive. And when somebody dies, when you're at their funeral or you hear that somebody died, what's the first thing most of the time that pops into your head? It's regret. Like, what do you wish you had said to them? How do you wish you'd have treated them? On and on and on. Like, that can't be how you live. Forgiveness is no longer holding someone else responsible for your pain. It's not saying that it wasn't something that wronged you. It's just saying that that person, you're letting go of it for them, saying, you know what, that's okay. This happened, but I'm going to move forward. People aren't stuck. They are right where they want to be. So think about that. When you look at somebody in your life, when you look at yourself in your life, we aren't stuck. We are right where we're choosing to be. Because if we wanted something different, we would be doing something different. You can say to yourself, if something offends you, just say, I'm not easily offended. Somebody can say something to me, I'm not easily offended. By forgiving yourselves, instead of 2 lives being destroyed, or if 2 lives are destroyed, 1 can't be used. So by forgiving and forgiving yourself, you're actually able to have your life be usable again, instead of feeling like all the things that you didn't do, you should have done, or that you shouldn't have done, that you wish you didn't do. Number 3 is be a victor, not a victim. Write a line on your paper. On one side is hope and possibilities, and the other side's depression. Your life shouldn't be dependent on whether or not something happened or didn't happen, or you achieved this or you didn't achieve that. You end up in depression over here, hanging on to regrets, and on this side you end up with hope and possibilities because you know you still have more to go do, right? And like in Arbonne, if you are in any way, shape, or form an achiever and a little bit competitive, even though you're not competing against somebody else, like we're actually only competing against ourselves, but if you're a little bit competitive, when you review your month on the first day of the month, every month, when you review your previous month, there's going to be pieces of you that, and like that little questionnaire that you should be filling out that asks, what were you really proud of doing last month? What do you wish you had done differently? And what are 3 action steps you're going to take to do it differently next month? I was telling Colleen this, I was reading through, looking at my month, and if it's not pounded into your head yet, it should be. The 30 faces sheet or the 40 faces sheet, like that literally is the answer to everything that you want to do in your business, because it's math. It's not magic, it's math, right? But I looked at that sheet for the people that I filled in, and I looked at where my numbers ended, and I'm dumbfounded, because for where my numbers ended, had I actually filled that whole sheet out by myself, I would have been at roughly 15,000 in sales, which sounds crazy, but with the amount of people, the numbers follow, right? So where I ended was a perfect reflection of the people that I talked to. Okay, I can't be pissed because it was the choice I made, right? Like, stuff happens and I chose to let it take precedence. But if you are mad at yourself every month for where you're ending or what you didn't do or whatever, like, look at what you did do, be proud of what you did, and then take action steps towards something different to have something different so that you can be remembered for something different. I wrote down Inky Johnson's name, and they showed us a couple videos, and one of the ones that they showed us was his, and I don't think that I was able to find his video on YouTube, but I'll see if I can, as soon as we're done, I'll go look for it and I'll post it. But he's talking about, it's not about the product, it's about the process, because the process is what saved my life. Like, we look at the start of something and then we look at where we want to end, and we're mad that it's steps to get there. We just want to jump and like have it be there right now. but we're not the people that we need to be able to be and stay where we want to go. We have to go through the process to grow and change to be able to be that person and to be able to accept what's happening to us, right? And make different decisions or whatever. Things don't happen to you, they happen for you. And you get to choose what, fill in your own blank. People can have the same circumstances, but different attitudes. And it's all perception. Number 4 is, who would I tell that I am grateful for them and why? And I want you to write down a list of people that you need to tell that you're grateful, because having gratitude changes your life. I started a gratitude journal the beginning, like New Year's. That was one of my goals. And I made it every day. I was writing things that I was grateful for. I want to say it was until probably the middle of June, which is when all the salon stuff started happening. And in the last couple of weeks, I've just realized that I quit writing it down. But every day I still am conscious of and thinking about who I'm grateful for. But give yourself a to-do that before you go to bed at night, you have to write down 3 things or people that you're grateful for, and like really briefly why. Because anything that's shitty that happened, it just completely, it changes how you feel before you go to sleep. It changes your dreams, and it changes like your next day. Sounds crazy, but you already know I'm crazy, so just do it because it works. So while we're focusing on the huge problems, other people are promoting to district, area, region, and nation. While we're sitting here deciding all these things that are wrong and why I can't do this and I can't work this way and I can't do this and this and this, there's people, just look on Facebook on the 1st of the month, the recognition across the board. Like, I'm not kidding. We've promoted like something like 60 something regions since GTC. Like in 3 months, over 60 people have promoted to the level to get their car. They've been promoting national vice presidents right and left. Did you know that when you become a national vice president, you get on top of the trip that you get to earn with Arbonne every year, they give you a free trip to Hawaii every spring, or not spring, every winter, every January. Like, you get all the new products when they come out, they just ship them to you. So when we look at it and we're like, okay, I want to be a regional vice president, we're actually selling ourselves short, because by promoting to the next level, you actually get all these extra benefits that regions don't get. Regions just get a car and a bigger paycheck. But there's even more, right? And if it's not feasible for you, like you can't see that that's even a possibility for you, I get it. I totally get it. The first thing you have to do is promote to the first level in front of you, whatever that may be. Whatever level you're at, promote to the next level. Because your dream gets bigger, because you have to impact more people to promote to the next level. And it can't be about you. When you think of something, tell people. If you see somebody and you just automatically compliment them in your head, say it out loud. If it's a complete stranger, compliment them. I think it's funny that if I get a list back of, say, any of you give me something, you're like, yeah, I just can't do this. Like, I'm out of people. I don't know how you talk to people so easily. You know that I was terrified to talk to people? Like, if you work a booth with me, I literally am like, okay, I'm going to die, or I talk to this person. And then I talk to that person, and I'm like, oh, I didn't die. Okay? So then I talk to the next person. Then I talk to the next person. Then the more you do it, the easier it gets, because you don't have time to retreat back to scaring the crap out of yourself. Right? It's just when you give yourself a long span of time between doing it and not doing it, that you go back to retreating to be completely scared, whatever it is. Even speaking in front of people. I still sweat. I do a training for you guys, and I'm sweating right now. You guys are scary. Did you know that? But you're not scary. But I'm only nervous if I'm worried about that fact that I'm the one doing it. Not gonna lie, I even thought about not doing the meeting tonight. And I was like, okay, but who's that gonna help? Like, would Esther be proud of me because I canceled a meeting for her? No. Is it gonna help any other person? No. How is me helping other people? It's by showing them what to do to be at a level that they can will their business to somebody else. It's by showing them what to do to be in a position to impact somebody else's life. And if you don't think you've impacted somebody else's life, go back through your clients and just look at the people who you've changed their skin. Like they had horrible skin and they don't now and they're happy. Look at people that you've changed their life with the nutrition line. They've lost weight. They are like, whether it was weight or health issues or stomach problems, whatever it is, just go back through the people. If you don't think you're changing lives already, just go back through the people and look at who you've already helped. That's just a tip of the iceberg. Stop holding back. What you focus on grows, so focus on the good and only focus on the good. Focus on what is good in other people, because love casts out all fear. So I'm going to end. Oh, I guess I'm not going to end. There's another page. No one can be you like you can to someone else like you can. When we decide to live in love, we get passionate and then we live in passion. Listen to your tugs. Show up. People need hope from you. Steve Gleason's story, go look for it on YouTube. Like, go find a YouTube video on it. Nothing worthwhile is easy. And nothing scary is truth. And that's the end. But go find Steve Gleason's story. I'm going to go look for the story from Inky Johnson. And I want to say he's an athlete. And I don't remember the whole thing because they showed us a video clip of it. But I'm going to go see if I can find it and I'll post it to our page. But I'm going to open it up. You guys can unmute yourselves. Does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to add to any part of anything we talked about? What's up? Krista's.
Huh?
Krista's good.
Yeah.
Nancy, you good?
I'm trying.
Colleen, you good?
Yeah, I think so.
Julie, are you good?
She's not.
It's weird because you just have to figure out how to unmute it on your phone because it doesn't work the same as on your computer.
Yeah.
Jen, you good? If you guys have questions, you can post them, or if there was pieces, because I think that she had done this training on a Go for Gold call or something like it. But if there's something, I guess when you guys do your homework and you write down starting with a list of things that you feel like you hold back for people, or that if somebody knew this about you, they wouldn't like you for it. When you write down that list of things, and when you write down a list of people that you're grateful for, you can just put that in there. And you can just post on, like when I post this, you can just post this on that, or post your homework on that. And then go post a picture, do a mask on your face, and go post a picture to your Facebook page with a hashtag of the mask that you did, and do before and after pictures if you need. They speak louder than words. Like if people see that you're scary without makeup on, they're like, oh, I am too. Okay, this isn't all bad.
I was at the checkout in 2 days. I wasn't ignoring you.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Deanna Heron's call is tomorrow, and I haven't seen a post for her phone number, but I'll just go make an event and then post the phone number to that in there. And then, yeah, I forgot what your other piece of homework was. Krista, you wrote it down. What did I tell you your first homework was?
To write down 3 things of your inflection points in your life.
That's what it is. So what are 3 things in your life that it was a mental change that you flipped? And it was like, what happened? And if you aren't sure where to start, a lot of times it's probably something with a tragedy or an accident or the loss of someone. Like a lot of times those are like, we need pain almost to want something different. Because we're not somebody that we don't run towards what we want. We run away from the feeling we can't stand, which inevitably pushes us to what we want, but we don't just jump into what we want. But we don't just jump into. Okay. Love you all. I'm sure we'll talk soon. We've got a lot of stuff to figure out, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. So go check out the source and update yourself.